Breaking news! Tropical storm force winds are currently impacting the coast of Mexico as Hurricane Agatha prepares to make landfall later today. Hello, I am Pat from Pat's Path Predictor, and let's go ahead and get right into all the information. Alright, so this is what we have right here. This is the satellite imagery, pretty much unchanged since the last time. So this thing is a rather small hurricane, as a matter of fact. The hurricane force winds only extend out 15 miles. Tropical storm force winds only extend out 90. So this is actually a rather small hurricane, but it's also quite powerful. So let's go ahead and look at the latest advisory. This is the latest cone, as a matter of fact. First, this thing is still going to remain a Category 2 with winds of 110 miles per hour. The NHC now says there's little chance in strengthening that's going to be going on. I mean, we could potentially go up to 115 at the absolute max. But at this point, we're probably going to stay around the 110 or 110 range, unless this hurricane follows another trend, which is where after it makes landfall, it'll start strengthening up again, because these hurricanes are prone to have done this in areas like in the Atlantic Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll have to keep an eye on it just to see. But yeah, this is the cone right here. And this storm is now also at least by the NHC it's more possible for this thing to form in the Gulf and the Bay of Campeche, to be exact. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. This is it right here. This is the area of where Hurricane Agatha, once it crosses the country of Mexico, it basically just redevelops and reforms. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and read this real quickly, because this is basically part of Hurricane Agatha now, its path. As of 8 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a large and complex area of low pressure is expected to develop across Central America, the Yucatan Peninsula, and southwest Gulf of Mexico in a few days, partially related to the remnants of Hurricane Agatha in the Eastern Pacific. Some gradual development is possible within the system in the far southwest Gulf of Mexico around midweek, or in the northwest Caribbean in the later part of the week as it drifts eastward and northeastward. Regardless of development, heavy rains are possible across southern Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula, Guatemala, and Belize throughout the week. Formation chance in the next 5 days is now 40%, so it has gone up a little bit. It was at 30% last time, now it's at 40%, so not too much of a change right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the public advisory, even though we kind of covered it this to an extent at some point, but its location is at 15.1 degrees north, 97.3 degrees west. It's moving to the northeast at 6 miles per hour, and it's expected to continue through Tuesday. On the forecast track, it's expected to make landfall in the state of Oaxaca, Mexico, this afternoon and evening. Maximum sustained winds remain near 110 miles per hour. Little change in strength is expected today before Agatha reaches the coast of Oaxaca. Rapid weakening is forecast at landfall, because that's basically how these hurricanes work. Minimum central pressure still at 964 millibars. So there is still some room for this thing to strengthen, but it's unlikely to happen at this point. Although I will say that the possibility of it getting up to 115 is not out of the equation. So let's go ahead and take a look at the tracks. The tracks are a little bit more in agreement, but then again, this is a few days out, because after it makes landfall, there is some indication that at least a couple of these according to these models, at least there is some indication that this thing is going to enter the Gulf and potentially impact the United States as a result of this. So we need to keep a very close eye on the situation. And I'll keep updating you guys as this thing makes landfall, as this thing moves over Mexico, and we'll see what happens when it eventually enters the Bay of Campeche, because I'd like to take a look at that. So, but there's the tracks, there's the intensity right here. So the models here, they're keeping it, like I said, Cat 2. There's one model that has it going up to Cat 3. It's certainly not off the table for sure. It's knocking on the door of major hurricane status right now, but that's the situation. Now it just rapidly weakens. Though some have it strengthening back to a tropical storm, and once it enters the Gulf of Mexico. So we'll have to pay very close attention to it once push comes to shove. So let's go ahead and head back to the satellite. Okay, this is it. the satellite imagery, I want to actually take a look at the visible shortwave real quickly. And it's okay. Let's go ahead and it's still loading. It's still loading. Okay, come on, let's go. There we go. All right, so this thing is, like I said, it's a really small hurricane, but it's very powerful. So it can't be really just, you know, yeah, it can't be just miscounted or anything like that. But okay, this thing's taking a while to load. There we go. But yeah, this is pretty interesting right here, and the strengthening we saw yesterday was when I looked at it, it was absolutely shocking. But it looks like it has leveled off right now. It's getting its act together a little bit more. So yeah, that's essentially the situation we have right here. Wherever this thing makes landfall, it's going to be really bad. Tropical storm force winds are already impacting parts of Mexico right now. So if you're in those tropical storm force winds, it's too late to get out. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are right now. With that being said, it's going to wrap up this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out and helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather, as well as inform them about powerful hurricanes like these. And all hurricane season, I'll be extensively covering it, so stay tuned for that. But with that being said, guys, have a wonderful day. Stay safe.